Hello, hello there. This is Kim Flavor, and we are live. So here's what I'm going to do. I think today we talked about one rookie mistake that nearly everybody makes. And this is part of a movie that I'm making called 3 Rookie Mistakes. Do you make any of these 3 in your business? And I'm going to give you one of them today. And this is the first one that we're going to get. One thing about our industry, the network marketing industry, I would say that of the people that sign up, probably 95%, right around there, have really never done a business of their own before. You know, there were 80% moms, well, women, many of whom are moms, who really were looking for something part-time that would give them full-time income. That's what is sold, right? On the street here. You know, you want to make full-time income working part-time? Come over here and do this, and you sign up for it and think, great, that sounds like it's going to be easy. So that's the problem. And the reason it matters so much is because most of the people that come into the industry are rookies. They have never done sales, commission sales, 100% commission sales. They've never really done marketing. They've really never had to produce their own income. And we get some people that have had lemonade stands. So that, of course, that helps, or paper routes, or did a lot of work, say, with bake sales and earn money like that. But for the most part, people really don't have any experience earning their own income. And that's why they make these mistakes. And what I'm here to tell you is, on this first one, the mistakes that new people make that cause them to quit are ones that are really more caused by how the business is sold than any stupidity on our part as human beings. I mean, we have tendencies as human beings that don't help us, just like we have tendencies that do help us. But what you want to do is figure out, okay, what are the boo-boos that I make because I'm a rookie, and how can I not act like a rookie so that you can make your business work? Because if you quit, then you don't have a business. That is for sure. All right, so let's start with the first one. If you're new to the game of sales and marketing in any area, by the way, not just network marketing, but also internet marketing, any kind of marketing, where affiliate marketing, where you're going to market something of your own or somebody else's, and your job is to find the customer or the recruit. Now, remember, if you're a network marketer, some of you have been taught, well, we don't do sales, we share, right? Call it whatever you want. Your company, no matter what it is, Amway, Nu Skin, Isogenics, name it, none of them would have one dime coming in to their businesses if you weren't out there, if somebody weren't out there selling stuff. That is how the companies make their money. So if you're new to the business, this is probably one of the mistakes you're going to make first. This one right here. Trying to sell whatever you've got to people who really do not want it. They weren't looking for it. They weren't asking for it. They really had like, huh, what? No, not now. Thank you. I gotta, cook dinner or something. This is the number one mistake. And it comes from this. Whoever brought you into the business, the company, the upline, whatever, has the history of our industry is that they tell people everybody wants this and everybody needs this. And many of you probably feel that about your product, that everybody should want it and because they all need it. But you see, this, as long as you hold this belief, you're still a rookie. Just know that. And you will continue to make this rookie mistake, namely trying to sell it to everybody, whether they want it or not, because you happen to think, or your company keeps telling you, or your upline and your groups keep telling you that they all should want it and they all need it. This is false. It just is false. So as long as you believe it, just know you're a rookie. You will continue to do this and suffer the consequences, and you're very likely going to drop. In fact, I guarantee it, you're going to drop out. Nobody human can take that many no's. That's kind of the deal, okay? All right, so the truth is really this. Most people, when you approach them on messaging or talking on the phone or on the street or what have you, they weren't looking for your product or your program or your opportunity. Usually you're going to be surprising someone. Would you say that's true? And that's really what the story is here, okay? Most people weren't looking for it. Just know that. And you process that in your mind. They weren't, right? And here's why. Let's say you hear something about, oh, everybody wants health and wealth. That sounds pretty good. But they may not want an opportunity or the product right now. So it might be a timing thing. That's one reason there's a problem. When you keep hitting everybody up for what you have, most of the people are going to say no. And one reason is that they may not be ready for an opportunity or a product right now, right? Second, they might want something, but not in this particular way, right? That is the way that you have. So for example, let's say we all hear the usual, everybody wants health and wealth, right? But there are many paths to health and wealth. And whatever you've got is one way to do it, right? I don't know anybody who doesn't want to earn more income and have an easier life, but there's more than one way to do it. Like I have a business that supports the kind of lifestyle that I want, but it's not everybody's way to do it. Some other people want to get into software development, or they want to go into hotel management or build hotels, or they want to make video games, or they want to become a door-to-door expert. Believe me, there are millionaires who went door-to-door, or they want to be the #1 car salesman in the world. There are many paths to health and wealth. And health, Google, be healthy, and you will see 100 million results. There are hundreds and hundreds of options for nutritional products, for exercising, for thinning hair, for skin. Just look, so the bottom line is you need to know we're kind of like a toothpaste. The key here is there are many paths for someone to get healthy and wealthy, so to speak. And what we all have, including me, is one way to do that. See, we have one path, and just know there are many, as you know, right? When you're looking for stuff, there are a lot of kinds of shoes to buy, a lot of kinds of breads you can choose from, a lot of kinds of cereals, a lot of kinds of milk, a lot of kinds of anything. We're really like a toothpaste. And think of yourself as someone who is manufacturing and selling a toothpaste. Now, most of you aren't creating anything. You're marketing either an affiliate product, right? Or a network marketing product. Some of you have your own stuff, because we have some folks here that have marketing their own coaching program or whatever you've got, no problem. But let's say that you've chosen something to market and you're like a toothpaste. Why? Because there are many ways, remember, to get to the top, to get healthy, to get income, to get whatever it is that you want. So if you look at a toothpaste, it's one of my favorite images. There are probably 3 or 4 or 5 dozen different kinds of toothpaste, and probably 10 different, 20 different companies. All of them have a business. Notice that there's room for everybody. And so if you are looking for a toothpaste, you as a consumer, put your consumer hat on, right? And you go and look and you go, it's like, oh, I have really sensitive gums, let's say. I'm just inventing this. So Sensodyne, that looks like it's probably something for sensitive gums, right? Then there's other toothpaste for people who have, I don't know, I have yellow teeth, let's say. So I want to have white teeth. So I'm going to have the extra whitener teeth toothpaste. Or I have, I don't know, somebody has bad breath, let's say. So they go for the toothpaste that says this is the bad breath toothpaste. Now notice, all of these are a toothpaste, which is something you put on your teeth, which we all have, most of us, or some equivalent, right, of teeth. And depending on what the specific thing is, you buy what you want. Not everybody has a bad breath problem. So that toothpaste is not bought by anyone, whichever one it is, but people who are looking to get rid of bad breath, or people who think they might have it, or somebody told them, hey, you know what? Standing close to you is really hard. Why don't you get some, whatever people get, right? Or you have sensitive gums. Every time you brush your teeth, you have, gosh, my gums look like my teeth are going to fall out. So you're getting a toothpaste. So read a weight loss product, a skincare product, a hair product, an energy product, a sleeping product. You name the basic niche, let's call it a niche. And then you have a specific thing. So toothpaste for people who have bad breath, toothpaste for people who, have sensitive gums, toothpaste for people who want to have whiter teeth, toothpaste for people who want extra fluoride, toothpaste for people who don't want any fluoride. All of those are toothpaste, and that's kind of how you are. If you're in any kind of a marketing business where you're doing network marketing or affiliate marketing or your own, you're offering some fix like a toothpaste, right? And it's going to be not for everyone in the toothpaste market. Notice there's not just one toothpaste here. There are hundreds of them. And we wouldn't, as consumers, have it in any other way, right? This is what we want. We want options. So the market, the manufacturers and people who make stuff give us these options. See? So just this is how you want to see yourself. So if you were a toothpaste, which you are in this sense, what would you say? It's a toothpaste for people who yada, yada, yada. But they don't want yada, 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 right? Like there's probably a toothpaste here. I don't see it, but there's probably one for somebody who wants a toothpaste, but they don't want to use a brush. Really? Yeah. I guess those are sprays, right? Or a toothpaste for people who, I don't know, all kinds of weird things. Go to your shopping, wherever you go shop for foods, if you guys shop for stuff, and just look at the labels to see how they try to distinguish themselves. This will give you a really good education about how you can position yourself. Weight loss for people who, what? People who have bad breath? Well, that'd be interesting. Might be an interesting thing. So you get the idea here. So we choose the one that we want. We're standing here and we choose the one that we want. That's what you need to know, okay? And so for you, as a person who is marketing one of these types of toothpaste for your niche, you have to figure out what is it that you're doing to stand out so that those people who have that issue, like toothpaste for people with bad breath, that you'll be right there. You'll be the first one that comes up. If they were ever to search your Facebook, say search Facebook for a profile, I want to see, you know, what's about toothpaste for bad breath or toothpaste for sensitive gums, that you would come up in the search on Facebook. You see, that's what you want to do. That's how clear you want to be. That's the way you make people come to you. We teach you that in the YES program, but you get the idea. Many of you can do it on your own. Just know that there is more than enough business for all the different versions of any type of product. It really, there's more than enough, but they have to serve a real market need. That means that there is somebody out there who wants that and will pay for it. And this is what we get to do in our experimentation. This is what we do in our marketing. That's what marketing is all about. Figuring out is there a real market need? And of course, in your case, you know, there probably is because you bought it, right? And where are the other people like that? So you don't spend all your time. How do you find? We already said most people aren't looking for what you've got right now. Remember, just like the toothpaste, hello? You're going to buy one of these, not all 100, right? So of these toothpastes, when 100 customers come by, probably 2 or 3 buy the same one. And another 2 or 3 buy other ones. Another 2 or 3 buy these other ones. Another 2 or 3 buy these other ones. But just like a toothpaste, we only have this one option that we're offering, one type of option, right? One company, one product line. And so the question is, how do you get those 1 to 2 in 100 who want your version of this problem fixing thing that you've got, and do that in your lifetime? That's really what you want to do, okay? By the way, that link at the bottom that says maxout.com talk, if you are interested in talking to one of our folks about how we might be able to help you do some of these things, click on that link, maxout.com/talk, and it'll take you to a booking page. And on that booking page, you'll see a video called The Secret Weapon. It's 12 minutes, and you should watch that before you book. So you be sure that we have a good match, you know what I mean? Because we want to be the right toothpaste for you too. It's really all the same, isn't it? Okay, that's at the bottom. See that? maxout.com/talk, TALK. By the way, we have programs. The YES is like the cost of it's not a cheap date, this one. It's probably the price of a small house in the Australian bush, as I like to say. But we have stuff that's on the house. Like, for example, the group you're in right now is on the house. There's no charge for that. We have the Orange Book for $5.55, which is a great way to begin, and quite a few things in between. So it depends how much of an overhaul you need, that you think you need, and where you want to go with your business, what kind of income you want, by when, and where you are now in that process. See? Because we've helped people who started with nothing, and we've helped people who, when they came in, were making 20 grand a week. And you can never stop learning. If you're any good, the better you are, the better you know that there's no finish line. And the higher up you get in that learning ladder, the sexier it is to learn stuff, because you're really in rarefied problems that people have never solved. And those are the fun ones to solve. This is a basic problem, trying to tell everybody. And so this is why we're talking about this right now, because you got to get past this one to get to sexier problems. How do you find these people in your lifetime? So remember, like a toothpaste, you want to clarify the specific problem that you can help people with. Just like this is a toothpaste for people who have trouble with bad breath. This is a toothpaste for people who yada, yada, yada. Okay, that's it. Or that's a good place to start. Let's just start with that. So this is called your niche. For example, toothpaste that says this is toothpaste for people with sensitive gums, that is a niche. That is the market of those people. There's a company called Tom's Toothpaste. They came out years ago, and his thing was, this is a toothpaste for people who, I think his pitch was that they're a natural, it was a natural product. It was one of the very first natural toothpaste. It didn't have, I think it didn't have fluoride, and usually the other horrible stuff that's in most toothpaste, including sugar. Horrible. So that is their niche. And he spoke to people who said, what's the problem you have? You want a toothpaste that is natural and doesn't have fluoride and chemicals and toxic stuff and sugar. We have a toothpaste that does those things. So if this is what you want, here is Tom's Toothpaste. That's what they did, right? So it wasn't just a toothpaste. It wasn't just a new toothpaste. It wasn't just a toothpaste from wherever he was, Vermont or something, but for people who wanted this specific thing, right? And that's how you do your niche. It's exactly the same, because otherwise you're not going to be able to stand out. Everybody has something for sale, see? So you'll be one of the few that comes and says, you know, I have a way to help certain people. Here's who I help. And like, you know, you really end up being someone that is recognized for certain, like I am for, you know, she's that crazy network marketing lady that, I don't know, scares people like Tom Chenault, stares the crap out of him. That's what he said when he had me on an interview, I don't know, last year. This lady has scared the crap out of me for 20 years. Well, I guess that's one way to look at it, right? And another way is she's really different. Somebody said in the group, everything in here is the opposite of what we are learning in our companies. And I say, yes, it is. So if what you're learning in your companies is working for you, stay the way you are. Totally. And if it isn't, you might want to try something like really different. And that's our niche. See, we have a different way of doing this. So the key here is I wanted to mention your niche, right? You have your toothpaste for people who yada, yada, yada. We have this. The other thing you want to add is we have, I don't know, say a weight loss product for people who don't want to eat rabbit food, or for people who know they have to change what they eat, but they don't want to do shakes, or something that the person does not want to do that is associated with getting a weight loss product or an energy product. Or we show people how to do network marketing who do not want to go to their friends, family, or neighbors. I had a postcard campaign called How to Build a Giant Heap with or Without Your Friends, Family, or Neighbors. We probably brought in 15 or 20 people a week into our company with that postcard campaign. Why? How to build a giant organization. We still have the postcards, they're like 25 years old. Without that thing that we knew from experience everybody hated, which is with or without, I think we had your friends, family, or neighbors. And we got hundreds of people in, hundreds and hundreds every month, built a huge business in like record time. And nobody knew what we had done because nobody had done postcards, but we did. And this is how we did it for people who, but they don't want, And then we did the postcards. I would do postcards today, probably. You know, I should get myself back in the postcard company, because postcards, they get 100% open rate. And if you know what you've got and what you can do, it's incredible what happens. But you have to give it time. This is not something where, oh, I did it. Is it going to work? I don't know. Test with your market. They're the ones that are going to buy, not me. And you have to really decide that you want to help these people who have this problem in this specific way because you totally and utterly believe in it. It's like being a missionary. Some people are missionaries for Christianity. Some people are missionaries for a different type of faith. And they're willing to give their lives for it. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should say, I want to give my life, but I'm suggesting that You need something more to motivate you than just, I want to make a buck. If that's what you want, a business of your own will never do it because it's too slow. If you want a buck, you just get a job or sell your stuff in your house. But if you want to make an impact and make a difference and be remembered for something that really helped a lot of people, then you have to start thinking about what can you really do for people that maybe you were helped with that they might want to know about. And you constantly think about how to do that. That's what we're doing here, right? All right. So that really comes to be your I help statement, right? This part here. This is a toothpaste, like the Sensodyne might say, we help people who want to brush their teeth, but they have trouble doing it because, you know, they have really sensitive gums and they bleed a lot, or they do this or they do that a lot. So that's who we have a toothpaste for. People who want to brush their teeth, but they have trouble with their gums, and we have an option for that. That's the niche. And we've said people who want to do but they don't want to brush too hard, or they can't brush too hard, or they're nervous about doing it, right? Because their gums are troublesome, right? That's what they've done. That's their help statement. And it's right on their box. Sensitive teeth, whatever. Just read the label and it'll tell you who it's for and what it specializes in. And usually if they're extra good, what the person buying it does not have to do to get the benefits, okay? So that's your I help statement. And we help you craft one of those. We've done that here in the group before. So here's one of mine. I help network marketers who can't market and sell their stuff to market and sell it so they don't quit and feel stupid, right? What do you do? Well, I help people who have something to market that they really care about, but they can't market and sell it, so they stay poor and feel stupid. That's another version. Same thing, right? You see how this works? So that's what you want to do. And so a short version of that is what you put on the outside of your toothpaste box. And that would be your I help statement. And that you put that right on your Facebook profile so people know what you do. They don't care what you sell. You've got to get this in your mind. Nobody cares what you sell. They want to know what you do and how it could possibly help them or somebody they know. And that is never your product. It's never your company. It's never any of that. See, we think that our product is it. It's not. You'll see that I rarely mention the name of our programs, except in a reference to something else, ever. Why? Because nobody cares. Do you want to keep feeling like a loser in network marketing? Yes or no? Well, then you might want to check out our program. Who's it for? People who feel like a loser. And they don't want to feel like that anymore because they think they've got something, but they think they must be being taught wrong, right? So these are what you want to think about. And when you think about weight loss, for example, some of you have said, well, gosh, isn't the market saturated? Here's how to tell if the market is saturated. If the problem has been solved for most people, there's probably not much need for your product, okay? If the problem is not solved for most people, and weight is surely one example, what is it, 90% of the people are obese or something, overweight, that means that the market is not saturated. There may be saturation of product, meaning like there's so much product, but if none of it works, you have a chance to make a difference. You see, that's how you want to look at this. All right, so we're just about at the end here. So you want to filter out the people who don't have the problem to begin with. And that is what so you can go, not this one, but that one. Remember, like your toothpaste, you're standing at the toothpaste store. So instead of talking to every single person, making friends with every single person, buying everybody lunch or cappuccino and talking about the husbands, I mean, the hemorrhoids, and talking to the husbands and the wives and whatever, all this pretend stuff, when you know you really only want somebody who might look at your business or buy your product, and they're going to find this out and not feel very good about it. Nobody wants to be used like that if they're not aware of it at the front, right? So you state clearly what problem you can help people with, like you're an eye doctor, a cardiologist, or a toothpaste, a specific brand. That's your assignment. So do that. Then everybody knows what problem you can help people with in your unique way. See? You check out my Facebook profile. I change my profile statements from time to time to be variations on what I sent you before, what I showed you before here. So people need to know what you help with. If all they know is that you're a network marketer, if that's what you think your edge is, it really is no edge, because there are like 20 million network marketers. So what's unique about you? What's the problem you would help a network marketer solve if you're looking for people to join your network marketing business? And if it's a product, what's the problem that you help people solve in a unique way? That's what will make them come to you. See, being a network marketer doesn't say anything to anybody except that, oh, she might hit me up. That's not a good thing. What's the thing you provide? What's the area of help that you give? To whom and how? And do you love doing it, right? Then you use a set of filtering questions, which we have used for almost 30 years. So you end up talking only to the ones who have that problem. And I've posted some of these questions here. And we have, obviously, I think some of you know, we have a software now that you can see a little overview of the Secret Weapon movie. And if you go to maxout.com/talk, I believe on that page, the Secret Weapon movie is at the top right. It's 12 minutes. And what it shows you is how you can use filtering questions. So we don't use you, we use the filtering system. People go through that, and who comes out the other end are the ones who say yes to just about everything that matters. So instead of talking to 100 people and getting one, you talk to 5 people and get one. That's a difference, see? And you can automate that or do it by hand. People who want to solve the problem and your way, and they're expecting to pay for it. That's who you get. I mean, that's what you want. So there are ways to do this based on these things that I mentioned. So you talk to those who are likely to buy and stick, okay? What else do I have for you? That's how you overcome rookie mistake number 1. Trying to sell your thing to people who really don't want it. Does that make sense? The maxout.com/talk, maxout.com/talk, and you can see the Secret Weapon video at the top right. And you can book. It's 10 or 15 minutes. They'll do a little once over and see if we can help you. And if we can't, we'll send you either to another source, another person, or a book, whatever it is, because we have quite a few. The folks who talk to you are trained to make your day better than it was before you talk to them. That's their job. And so they've gotten really, really, really good at it. And so you don't have to worry that anyone's going to talk you into anything, because you have to know how the world works in order for us to be able to help you. Because if you think doing it's enough, oh, I did it. Look, I got my help. Is this good, right? This is good. That's kind of a rookie question. Because in the end, what's going to happen is you're going to give that to your market. And you and they are going to decide when you have a perfect message to market match, they're going to come in and buy. And we help you create that once you know who you help. Okay. Amy, do you see any questions there? You want to read me any questions that anybody might have?
Yes, we have one from Dan. He asks, if your company offers multiple products, how do you determine what the best niche is to choose? Is there a way you can do market research to see what niche is in more demand? Or is it purely a personal preference on what product I resonate with the most?
You're pretty good. You are pretty good. Those are the 2 options that I would recommend. And to make it easy, if you want to go faster versus slower, what I would do is start with what made a difference for you. So if you have a before and after on one of your stories, like before I was lame and now I can walk, I would start there and create a niche and an I help statement around your own what we call your first date script. Start there. Because if it helped you, then you got to start. Or if your business helped you, like before, my account was overdrawn 95 cents, or I don't know, $95, $9,500, pick a number. And I've been doing this for a year now. And I really never thought I could do anything like this, but I'm actually now I got like a couple of grand in there. I can actually buy a camera or whatever, right? So I would start with not so what resonated, yes, but what made a difference for you. You have to have a bridge that you've crossed. So before I was, and now I'm, right? So from sad to happy, some transformation, start there. And if you don't have that, then definitely start, for sure, pick something you're interested in first so that you're willing to do the work, see, the research. And then of those things, if it's not something where you had it before and after, then do the market research. Yes. Does that make sense? you'll learn how to do this. This is really good. This is a very good question. The questions tell you where you are in the process, and you could go quite fast.
He said, yes, thank you.
All right, good.
Do we have any other questions today?
It's now or never. Okay, are we good? All right, well, we'll end this one for today, and we'll put this up in the group.
Thanks
for coming,
everyone.
Yep, see ya.